Hey everybody, welcome back to FSP, Forex-Stock-Predictions. Hope you're all having a great day. I am the Vortex Trader, and today we are going to be having a look at two awesome order block positions, which I took both on GBP USD, and they both reached target perfectly. We made a 4x return on our positions for both. So please remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into the chart. So what are we looking at, right? We can see that we have seen upwards movement, right, for GBP USD, right, since around the 12th of May when we bottomed out, and we have seen price ascending nicely, right? We came up to this point here, which some may call a double top. It could be classified as one. However, I did not trade this area right here, right? I was watching for price to break these previous support zones, which they did. And once they broke these previous support zones, here being one of them, let's mark that up for you guys. Right, I was watching price to break this, right? Because we came up, we retested this as support twice with two candles, went up again, came back, right? Retested it again, right? And now I was watching for a break of this zone. And this is exactly what we got. Now, once we got the break of this zone with this candle, there was an awesome order block sitting right next to it. Now, what do I like to do? If you haven't checked out my other videos on order blocks, I will link it right at the top right hand corner of your screen so you can check it out. But what I do is, let me remove this, is I take my parallel channel tool and I highlight the most previous bullish candle before an impulsive move or break. Okay, let's make this color green. Okay, now I have highlighted this candle from wick to wick, right? And I have just extended out this channel. Okay, I then wait for price to come into the middle of this channel before my short position will open. And I always look for a risk to reward of 1 to 4, right? I always place my stop a couple of pips above the top of the order block, okay? And I always look for a risk to reward of 1 to 4. Now, look what happened here. This is pretty interesting, right? Price came in, my position opened right here in this area once we hit the middle of this block right there. That's when my position opened. Okay, right? Price came down. Look how close it was to a 1 to 4. It didn't quite get there. It shot right back up. I was, however, confident in the analysis, so I held, right? We can see then it then turned around on itself. We had this wonderful candle that came all the way down. It even took us past the target of 1 to 4. And if we would have held it, not saying we would have known where it would have spiked to, but just to show you guys, depending where your stop loss is, for this particular setup, we could have easily gotten a 1 to 5. All right, so I always take profits on a 1 to 4. That is just what I look for. So once we had our 1 to 4, I could say, great, first position done. Traded successfully, awesome. Okay, then I decided there's another one. There's another one right next to it, which did the exact same thing. Can you spot it? Well, it's this candle right here. Let me put a channel on it so you can see from the bottom wick to the top wick, it is this candle. Where is my, yes, there. Okay, this candle right there. All right, that is my order block. So I put a parallel channel tool around it. I extend it out and I wait for price to come back and retrace and hit the middle of that zone. Now it did this twice, right? It did this twice. Now, what support was I waiting for these candles to impulsively break? Well, clearly we can see that this is a support zone. This is support zone. Yes, it is smaller, right, than the other support zones, right? but it's still support. Why? Because we can even see it was resistance once, flipped into support. Let's turn this yellow. Check it out, right? We can see if we just extend it out, right? We have support, support, resistance, broke above it, support, support. You see, so this is an area of interest. This is what I was looking at, right? And once price broke through this impulsively with this candle, I could see that, great. Now I'm waiting for a retest, right? And we got this with this candle right into there. Nicely, right? And we got it again when it came back up. Retested it beautifully right there. So here's put my short position tool onto the charts. Remember, I put my stop a couple of pips always above my order block, and I look for a 1, 2, 4 risk to reward, which we got right there. Right there. So even if you entered this position on the first candle here, you would have gotten a great 1 to 4. And if you held out and entered the second time, you would have gotten a 1 to 4 as well. Again, we could have held this thing, not knowing where the end would be or where the bottom spike would spike to, right? But that's nearly a 1 to 9, right? At least a 1 to 8, right? If you were looking for price to hit previous structure around this level here, and we're waiting for price to hit this level, well, then you would have gotten a 1 to 7, right? At the most, 1 to 7, 1 to 6. You see how these positions play out. I always hold on to a 1 to 4, so that's what I got. Got myself two positions that both played out wonderfully. They both hit my target with 1 to 4. And it really, guys, it really is as simple as that. Okay, trading does not have to be complicated, right? We look for areas of support, areas of interest. We look for price to break these areas of previous support impulsively. And by impulsively, I mean straight through. A candle breaks straight through and closes below before we wait for our retrace. Once we have our retrace, we enter. I always like to enter on the middle line, the 50% halfway mark between the top and the bottom of the order block, right? And that's where I would open my position. And it really is as simple as that. So we had two wonderful order blocks, both play out right next to each other. There is our first one. Let's put it in green again so you can see, right? Let's highlight the order block candle. This one was quite large for an order block, but it still is an order block, right? Do you notice the similarities between these two? Besides for, well, not for the size, because this one is obviously bigger, but look at the types of candles, right? Both bodies of both these candles are sort of at a 50% mark between the top wick and the bottom wick, right? Look how similar they look. This is just a bigger version of this one. You see, this could be another bit of confluence that we could look at with future order blocks, right? Maybe a candle that looks like this, right, that is formed in this sort of way is something to look out for, something that we could use in our bag of tricks, which could suggest to us that this is a higher probability setup. All right, just something to think about. And guys, on that note, I am going to bid you all a fantastic Wednesday. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button on your way out. I've posted the link to our website below. Please check it out. We have traders from all different walks of life posting their predictions and thoughts on various markets. It's a fantastic educational website. It's a great way to learn from other traders. It's a great way to see how their thought processes work, right? See how their minds operate under these trading conditions. See what types of strategies they like to use. Right? Awesome way for us to learn. And I've also posted the link below to our social medias, so check it out. And as always, guys, thank you very much again for watching, and I will be seeing you all in the next one. See you later.